welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Melly. If you're new here, welcome in. I'm so excited to be here. I wanted to share that I went to Barnes & Noble's and I picked up a couple of books. I think some of them are new. Don't quote me on that. I'm pretty sure they are though. I'm still trying to figure out what's new, what's not, because I am new to BookTube. So I appreciate you guys if you were to subscribe or leave any comments for any suggestions on videos or anything like that. Let's go ahead and get into this. Today we're going to be doing basically what I bought at Barnes & Noble's, and then I'm going to be doing my current reads. So you guys kind of get a sneak peek of what I'll be reading in May. I'm very excited to be doing this just because this is like my first one ever. So I hope you guys are excited to see what kind of books I kind of like, and I'm trying to find myself too to see what I like, what I'm interested in, because I will try anything. I'm just trying to figure out myself through books right now. So let me go ahead and grab the stack of books that I have in front of me and share with you guys. We are going to be reading like the little blurbs to kind of get you guys in the mood of the reasons why I ended up picking up these books, and then I can kind of explain it a little bit. So let me grab the stack and I'll be right back with you guys. Okay, so this is the stack of books that I ended up getting from Barnes & Noble's. I did specifically go into Barnes & Noble's for one book, which is not in this stack, but I did buy it off of Amazon. And I'm excited for it to come in. So the book that I was literally going to Barnes & Noble's to pick up is called If Cats Disappeared from the World by Junki Kawamura. The synopsis of it just sounded so great to where I wanted to pick it up, and I really wanted it to be one of my May reads, which it probably still will be. I just don't have it in hand right now, or I would literally devour it today. So I'm excited for that to come in, but let's go ahead and get started on the books that I did end up picking up at Barnes & Noble's. And these are it right here. I'll give you guys a closer look. So let's go ahead and just start from the top and then we'll make our way down. So the first one is Anxious People by Frederick Backman. And apparently it's a Netflix series. I don't think I've seen it just yet. It would be interesting if I were to read the book and then go into the Netflix series, knowing what the book is about. Let's go ahead and read the little blurb on the back. So it says, looking at real estate isn't usually a life or death situation, but an apartment open house becomes just that when a failed bank robber bursts in and takes a group of 8 strangers hostage. So that kind of already reeled me in as soon as I read that. Each of them carries a lifetime of grievances, hurts, secrets, and passions that are ready to boil over. None of them is entirely who they appear to be. In short, they are the worst group of hostages in the world. But as the minutes tick by, they begin to suspect that the criminal mastermind holding them hostage might be more in need of rescuing than they are. As the authorities and the media surround the premises, these reluctant allies will reveal surprising truths about themselves and set in motion a chain of events so unexpected that even they can hardly explain what happens next. I mean, that's just like a hooker. Like, I feel like that synopsis really made me want to get this book. I did watch a bunch of BookTube regarding different books and genres. So a lot of these are more like mysterious thriller suspense kind of books, because that's kind of what I like lean towards. So I was on that side of BookTube, and a lot of these were recommended from BookTube girlies, so I'm excited to add these to my collection and to begin reading them, which the next half of this video I will share which ones I'm currently reading in the month of May, which of course I'll continue adding, but for now we'll continue with this and then I'll share with you guys which ones I'm reading. So that is the first book that I went ahead and picked up. Next we have That's Not My Name by Megan Lally. I mean, this cover just screams kind of like, oh, I should take the stickers off, huh? We're going to keep them on for now. This just looked really cool. Like I said, a lot of these were recommended from BookTube. So of course, if it's someone else's 5-star read, maybe it'll be my 5-star read. So the little blurb on the back says, it was a mistake to trust him. Shivering and bruised, a teen wakes up on the side of a dirt road with no memory of how she got there or who she is. The police don't know where she came from until a frantic man arrives at the station. He's been searching for her for hours. He has her ID, her birth certificate, and even family photos. He is her father. Her name is Mary. Or so he says. When Lola slammed the car door and stormed off into the night, Drew thought that she needed some time to cool off, except Lola disappeared. Now his friends, the sheriff, and the whole town are convinced Drew murdered his girlfriend. Forget proving his innocence, he needs to find her. The longer Lola is missing, the fewer leads there are to follow, and the more danger they are both in. This just sounds like a very mysterious thing that possibly Mary is Lola, and There is no Mary. That's the little synopsis on the back, and I am excited to read this. Next book we got was definitely from somebody's 5-star reads, and it's called The Butcher. It is by Jennifer Hillier. So I was kind of in between a couple of books. Like I said, I had a list of like 20 books. I was not going to buy 20 books. That would definitely break my bank. So I picked out a few, and this was one of the first of like 4 that I was deciding on which one I was getting. This was the first one that I saw, so I went ahead and picked this one up. I figured if it captured my eye, it was meant to be. Out of the 4 books that I was like, which one should I pick out of those, you know? So this little synopsis says, 30 years ago, Police Chief Edward Shank killed the most notorious serial killer in Seattle's history, the Beacon Hill Butcher. Now 80 years old and retired, he's given his high-maintenance Victorian home to his grandson Matt and settled into a quiet life at the nearby Sweet Bay Village retirement residence. While renovating, Matt discovers a crate buried in the backyard that holds a secret so terrible it threatens to ruin all their lives if it ever gets out, especially that of Sam and his girlfriend, whose mother was killed when she was only 2 years old. Matt struggles in his dark family secrets as Sam's obsession with solving her mother's murder grows. A true crime writer now working on a book about the Beacon Hill Butcher, Sam has always suspected her mother was one of his victims, even though she was murdered 2 years after the butcher was killed. Ooh. Suspense. But then new victims began to turn up, and the more she digs into old murders, the more dangerous it gets. Turns out the truth is closer to home than she could ever have imagined. So that is this book. It sounds really interesting. It sounds like there's going to be a lot of suspense and a lot of family things going on. So I picked this one up. It says top of the line thriller writing. So very exciting. I am happy to like throw this into my TBR because I mean, all of these, I'm excited for all of these. I can't say I'm more excited for one than another. Well, actually, yes, I can. There's one specific book out of this whole bunch that I bought this time that I am most excited about. So next one is Famous Last Words. Oh, look, this is already coming off. So let's just take it off. This one is by, is it Gillian McAllister or Gillian? I'm pretty sure it's Gillian, but let's see the little blurb. It is June 21st, the longest day of the year, and new mother Camilla's life is about to change forever. After months of maternity leave, she will drop her infant daughter off at daycare for the first time and return to her job as a literary agent. That has to be so hard as a new mom to have to drop off your baby. Just saying. Finally, but when she wakes her husband, Luke, isn't there, and in his place is a cryptic note. Then it starts. Breaking news. There's a hostage situation developing in London. Wow, okay. The police arrive and tell her Luke is involved. But he isn't a hostage. Her husband, doting father, eternal optimist, is the gunman. That is wild. That's crazy. What she does next is crucial because only she knows what the note he left behind that morning says. Famous Last Words is a story of a crime, a marriage, and more secrets than Camilla could have ever imagined. This novel cements McAllister's reputation as the best at putting her characters in impossible situations and making her readers not only contemplate, but feel what it would be like to find themselves in those situations. Yeah. I already want to read this. Like, what? You think you know your husband, but you don't? Tell me more, please. Please. But yeah, that is this book, Famous Last Words. Very, very interesting, very suspenseful. The next one that I saw in somebody's 5-star read is The Conditions of Will. I am about 99.999% sure this is a new book from last month, I believe. This is by Jessa Hastings. I really don't know what it's about. A lot of people just said that it was on their 5-star read. So I picked it up without even reading and without knowing anything about it. So let's read this little blurb together. London-based Georgia Carter, professional lie detector and body language savant, has long been estranged from her infuriating, close-minded, wealthy South Carolina family. Okay. After a falling out years ago, the chasm runs deep between the black sheep, Georgia, and her gay alcoholic brother, and their parents and elder siblings. But when their father dies suddenly, Georgia returns to the States for the funeral, where she comes face-to-face with Sam Penny, her brother's AA sponsor. Okay, juicy. Amid the tensions, dramas, and revelations of the family reunion, Georgia and Sam are instantly drawn to each other. Each other. Oh my gosh. However, Georgia's brother also harbors feelings for Sam, and the last thing Georgia wants to do is hurt the only family she's ever really had. Wow, okay. Georgia, what'd you do, girl? When their father's will reveals a surprising bequest to a mysterious stranger, Georgia's abilities to read people becomes crucial in unraveling her father's hidden past. The delicate balance within the family teeters in secrets, both old and new, threaten to push them beyond the breaking point. There are only so many cracks a damaged family can take before it shatters. Wow, okay. Seems like there's a ton of stuff going on here. I love this book cover though. Look how pretty that is. And then the little, whatever this is around her is like bubbled. I don't know how to explain it, but it's textured. Like you can feel it. And I love that. But yeah, that is The Conditions of Will. I definitely want to try to read that this month. If not, it'll go into like my TBR, and you know, I've seen a lot of people use like jars and like pick out like little things that they're able to kind of figure out, because I have a ton of books, a bunch of older books too that I have yet to read that are going into my like little TBR cart. So we can definitely make a video out of that to pick out maybe for next month. This month I'm just having fun like getting into reading, immersing myself into that and into booktube. So I'm just taking it day by day. If you guys don't know, I do have a crochet channel. It's called Mellyinspired Crochet, where I crochet cute little plushies. So if you want to follow me on there, you definitely can. Currently, my Patreon members picked a pattern. I know this has nothing to do with books, but I just want to tell you. I also talk a lot. I don't know if you've noticed, but we are currently doing this little cutie. Her name is Hazel the Horse. So this is Hazel, and then I'm coming out with a unicorn and a Pegasus mod. So currently I'm working on the Pegasus at 1:32 in the morning. So right after this, I'm going to be doing that, and then I'm going to be reading a little bit. That's kind of like been my little routine this past couple weeks, you know, crocheting a little bit, updating my Patreon, and then getting into bed, snuggling with my Kindle and reading a little bit. So it's really exciting because a lot of new books have been coming out this month and last month, and I'm new to it all. So, I mean, there's a ton of books that I need to put on my TBR, which I'm very excited about. But yeah, if you want anything crochet related, knit related, things like that, I do have a channel for that. And this I am dedicating more to like lifestyle, my booktube, other little hobbies, because I will be kind of doing a junk journal in a way, or a book journal, and I want to do a crochet journal, which I will be doing on here. So I'm excited. Now the very last book is it's a brand new book that I know of, and this book literally immediate, like I want to read this. Have I started reading it? No, because I started reading other books, which we'll talk about. But The Staircase in the Woods. This is a brand new book, guys. It is by Check Wendig. I forgot to mention too, from the book Anxious People, the person who was checking me out at Barnes & Noble's was telling me that that author had a new book coming out. So I definitely need to check out to see when that book comes out, especially if I end up liking Anxious People, which I don't see why I wouldn't. A hostage situation and a lot of secrets coming out, sign me up. But yeah, this book is the reason. This book, literally, I want to read this month. So I will be reading it this month. I just don't know when. The little blurb says, 5 high school friends are bonded by an oath to protect one another no matter what. Then on a camping trip in the middle of the forest, they find something extraordinary. A mysterious staircase to nowhere. I mean, doesn't that just like suck you in? It reels you in, does it not? It reeled me in. One friend walks up and never comes back down. Then the staircase disappears. 20 years later, the staircase has reappeared. Now the group returns to find the lost boy and what lies beyond the staircase in the woods. Wow. Yes. Yes. So I'm excited to read that. It's like suspense, thriller. I mean, just everything. So I want to see what happens. Like, what happened to the friend? Are these other friends gonna get sucked in and they're never coming back for another 20 years? Is this just gonna continue going? Like, what's going on? I mean, that's literally the first thing. I'm like, what's going on? So, but yeah. Those are all the books that I ended up getting at Barnes & Noble's this week. So yeah, like I said, I have the that one book coming from Amazon. I already have literally I added so many books to my cart from Barnes & Noble's. I think I have 7 more, which I won't be getting for a few weeks because I know there's a couple more books that will be coming out this month. Not a couple, a ton. But still, I don't want to check out until I have a couple more books in there. Books are expensive, honestly. But yeah, I do have Kindle Unlimited. So let me grab my Kindle. Let me grab the physical books that I'm currently reading, and I'll share that with you guys here in just a second in the next clip. Okay guys, I have what I'm currently reading, so let's go ahead and get into it. So this is the only physical book that I'm currently reading. It is called Remarkably Bright Creatures. It's by Shelby Van Pelt. Before I even saw that it was book of the month, I think it was for last year, book of the month. Don't quote me. That's gonna be like my famous words. Don't quote me because I don't know. I'm new, okay? One of my friends from work is currently reading this, and she just made it sound so intriguing, and I figured I would give it a shot. I'm not too far in. I am just shy of page 40. Yeah, page 40. So that much into the book. Oh, look how beautiful that is too. I got this at Target, but look how beautiful. Like and since I crochet, guess what? I bought a pattern for an octopus. I'm thinking when I'm like halfway through this book, I'm going to crochet a little octopus on here. And we could do like a little, you know, like a read with me and crochet this little Marcellus the octopus. So I think that would be so cute on this channel. Let me know if that is something you guys are interested in. I think it would be adorable. I think I'm going to make it into a video for you guys. But yeah, I've been reading this book. This book is really good. It's basically about an octopus who is basically on his last couple months of living, and he's trying to help this woman. So basically this woman lost her son, or her son went missing, and Marcellus feels like he probably has some insight that would be very crucial and beneficial to finding her son or figuring out what happened to her son. So he is just like, you're in the mind of him and you're in the mind of her, and then all the other people that are like adjacent to them. So it's really nice. I really do like this book, and I can see why it was the book of the month. I haven't gotten too far because I'm like reading several books, but this book is really good. I like it whenever I'm like sitting and reading. Since I've been kind of laying and reading and having all the lights turned off, just like a cozy read, I've been using my Kindle a lot more. But this book, yes, you definitely should pick it up. I kind of feel, I mean, this is just my prediction, but I kind of feel like it's going to be a 5-star read for me. It's just so good, and I really like the way the writer has written this book, is what I have to say. I don't know, just the insights of people. And yeah, like I said, I'm new, but I really like the style of writing. But let's go ahead and move on to my Kindle reads. If you guys didn't watch my very first video, it was kind of like opening my Kindle and like making it look cute. I ended up getting my pop socket, which I didn't show in that video because I was still waiting on it. So yeah, this is what it looks like. And I love elephants, so I had to put a little elephant. I think it's so freaking cute. So that is this little guy. So the first book that I'm currently reading on my Kindle, sorry, you guys can see yourself, but it's The Business Trip. This one is by Jessie Garcia. I don't know if it's brand new. I saw someone talking about it, so I'm pretty sure it is new. Don't quote me. I'm going to keep saying that because I don't know. You can tell me in the comments like, hey, Melly, that's not a new book, girlfriend. That I'd be okay with that. But this book is basically, I didn't even know what it was about. I didn't read the little blurb. I was just like, sign me up, you know? Especially because it's on Kindle Unlimited. But The Business Trip is, I don't want to give too much away. I am pretty deep into it, I think. I think I'm like 40% of the way done. Let me look so I can let you guys know. Yeah, I am 37% of the way done, as you can see right there. But it gives the perspectives. See, and that's what I like about books, when it gives you more than one viewpoint of everybody. So this book is like really does a great job of doing that, just like this book over here. It gives you like different perspectives happening around at the same time. So you don't have to guess like, what is the boss thinking? What is the best friend thinking? What is the neighbor thinking? It gives you all of that. And I appreciate that because I'm a nosy girl. I'm like, what did she tell him? What did she tell her best friend that she didn't tell her boss? Or what did she tell the neighbor that she didn't tell her boyfriend or whatever? So there's a ton of that going on. There's a ton of like mysteries. Right now, it's just a ton. And A Business Trip, like the title doesn't even help you either. Like you would, I don't know. You just, you know, it's talking about two different people too. One of them is actually on a business trip. The other one is actually just running away from her life, her terrible life. And that's where you start off. You start off with a girl named Jasmine and her life. And then you go into somebody else's life. Her name is Stephanie, and she's going on a work trip. So they end up coinciding in some way, which I don't know just yet, because I'm not there yet, but something awful happens, and it's so good. You're seeing everybody's reactions to what is happening, and you're reading it through their point of view. So I just love POVs. Love it. But yeah, that's one of the books that I'm currently reading. Let's go ahead and move on to the next one. I'm talking too much about this one. Okay, the next book that I'm currently reading on my Kindle is called A Slice of Murder. And this one is by Rosie A. Point. This one's actually a quick read. I saw it on someone's booktube. They were talking about if you want something fast and you want it to you're basically in a book slump, which I'm currently not in a book slump, but they were like, if you want something fast, you're currently in a book slump, you want something nice and straightforward, read this book. It's a 5-star read. So I added it to my books of May that I wanted to read. I'll let you guys know if I end up finishing it, but I am currently 51% of the way done right here. It's okay. Would I consider it a 5-star read? Probably not, but I'm not done yet. I'm only 51. Maybe it'll get better. But it is about a girl who left town and never turned back. Now she has to go back because her fiance, I believe it was her fiance. Her fiance dumped her. They worked together. He ended up getting her fired. She was on a board and now she's not. So she goes back to her hometown. She doesn't have a mom or dad. She lived with her uncle and her aunt, and they run a pizza parlor. And the uncle is not in great shape. There ends up being a murder, and she's trying to figure out who caused this, who murdered this person, because it was in her pizza parlor. And she's kind of like the number one suspect because she was the last one to see him. She got into a fight with this kid and now he's dead. So it's a lot of that. It is a quick read, I will say. These chapters are 10 pages long. They're not long at all, but it just hasn't captivated me like the business trip has, or Remarkably Bright Creatures, So I know for a fact, unless it reels me in the next 50 pages, I don't think it's going to be a 5-star read for me. But, maybe I'm speaking too soon. You guys will find out at the end of the month which books I ended up finishing, because there are some books that I'm like, do I really want to finish this book, So yeah, let's go ahead and move on to the next book that I'm currently reading. Sorry, I'm waiting for it to download, and I may not include this, but I have this song stuck in my head, and it's like a TikTok song, and I'm just like, bro, why is it stuck in my head? But I feel like I have to say it because it's just so funny, but it's in Spanish, so I'm so sorry if you don't understand Spanish, but it's stuck in my head, dude. I gotta say it. It's the one that goes, tengo un coro bien frío, bien frío. Tengo un chulo que solo es mío, otro chulo que se cree que es mío, y tú por ahí repitiendo tu tico. Uñas francesas en los pies, chanclas anel en los pies. I always mess that part up. Playa exótica con mis friends. Me siento en un sueño, no quiero volver. And then the other one is, if you're done with your ex, move on to the next. If you're done with your ex, move on to the next. June, June, June. Would I ever do those videos of moving? No, I would not. I only do them with my plushies. If you want to follow me on TikTok, it's Mellyinspired Crochet. I show off my cute little plushies and my cute makes. But yeah, that's it. Let me go ahead and, this is taking a little bit. I had to download a new book, that's why. Keep It in the Family. I heard it's a good book. I don't know why I'm doing this when clearly I should just be showing you guys my current reads. Yeah. Now I'm downloading a new one that's called That's Not My Name, which is one of the books that I hold. So bear with me, give me a second. I'll be right back. Okay, my last current read for May is If You Tell by Greg Olson. There you guys go, right there. But yes, Greg Olson. This book, I'm over halfway done with it. This is one of the books that I'm talking about that I don't know if I want to finish it. Very interesting. It's just literally for my mental health. I'm like, dude, do I want to finish this? So this book is basically about torture. It's about torture. And Don't get me wrong, I love suspense, murder thrillers, all of that. Give me all of that. Who did it, you know? But this is about a mom who is just awful, is so awful to her kids. She's awful to her kids. She's awful to her best friend. She's awful to her husband. Like, it's just torture after torture after torture. And these kids are growing up, and the two eldest daughters end up getting away from it, but end up getting reeled back in because they have a third sister there. It's just a lot. Her best friend goes through so much. It's like waterboarding. It's just a bunch of stuff that, like, you know, like, you don't even want to talk about. And they explicitly talk about it. And as much as I love to, like, have details about everything that happens, this book is like something that you have to have the guts for. You definitely need to have a good headspace for it. I would say it's very interesting. It's a good read. It is a little slow for me. I feel like that's why I've kind of lost a little bit of interest, and the torture, you know, all about that. It's just traumatizing for the people in the book. And I feel like I have cried. I've teared up, not cried, but I have teared up so many times in this book. And it's definitely one that, you know, if you're able to withstand that, it's a good read. If you're not, then I would just steer clear from it. But yeah, I really enjoyed this book. I don't know if I'm going to finish it. Just, you know, stay tuned at the end of this month, and I'll let you guys know what I finished and what I didn't, what I kind of like booped out. But yeah, gosh, I got to take a drink after that. Like, that was a lot. So good. I love Dr. Pepper Zero. So much better than Diet Dr. Pepper. That is the last book on my reading list at this very moment that I'm currently reading. Once I finish these, what was it, 4 or 5 books, I will continue. Like, when I finish one book, I add like 2 more. So I will definitely be starting another like physical book. I don't know which one. I really want to read The Staircase. That is definitely one that I definitely want to read now. And also, these two are like very, very good contenders. The Conditions of Will, especially because this one just came out and this one did too. You know, I want to be caught up with the book girlies. Like, I want to be caught up. So I'm thinking these two, they're very thick for me though. But May is a long month, so I believe in myself. I think I'm going to be able to do it. But yeah, I think these are my next 2 to add. But who knows? You guys are just going to have to wait for the update. But yeah, I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you guys for even considering joining this family over here. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video and the videos that I've posted previously. I'm so excited. I will be going on a crochet retreat in a couple of weeks. You guys probably, I'm trying to like bulk make these videos for this channel. So, I don't know. It's like evolved. This newfound love for books and like wanting to be like a booktuber has really, you know, come together. And I would love it if you would consider subscribing and being a part of this little lifestyle family over here. And if you like crochet or knitting or anything like that, watch me over there as well, Mellyinspired Crochet. I love my family. We are called the Inspire, like they're my inspires. My little family over there is called the Inspires. So if you want to be part of the Inspire crew, just go over there and subscribe and watch a couple of my videos over there. But yeah, I appreciate you guys so much. I will see you guys in the next video. Not sure what it's going to be, but yeah, we'll figure it out together. I will see you guys later. Bye guys.